cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Well, from the sands of Mirage to the beaches of Inferno, we're here, Hugo. We're at Overpass now, and it's like a sewage system, I think.
Is Inferno a beach?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I was going to say, the streets of Inferno would work.
Yeah, there we go. That's probably better. But yeah, I mean, Overpass and a bit of a sewage. Let's hope, though, that we don't see something crap here, because this is shaped up to be a great best of 3 between Team Spirit and TYLOO. The first map, looked competitive early on. TYLOO took a pretty clean victory, though, on Mirage, all things considered. That was the map pick of Team Spirit. It was when we got to the map pick of TYLOO, Inferno, something that's always been one of the 2 staples of this team, falls apart once again. You know, we saw it happen just recently versus Renegades. They fall short versus Team Spirit. They get whooped, by the way, 16-6. It was a 12-3 half, and they narrowly got a few more rounds in the second. Heading into Overpass, though, knife round underway, and once again, this is one where the knife is actually reasonably, pretty damn important. It's not a mirage by any stretch of the imagination.
No, this is real. Awful joke, but we're in Spirit knife round, their first of, well, 3, I guess. As we head into it, they're going to get that pick, Imagine CT side stick. And yeah, this is a worrying map, I will say, because while this series was definitely favoured for TYLOO, I think if they didn't get it in 2, this could be a bit of a problem, because this is a map that Spirit are definitely well versed on. We could see TYLOO's previous losses on this map include the likes of Panda and of Vici, teams that TYLOO definitely can and have beaten. I mean, TYLOO already smacked Panda, a new one, just yesterday. So yeah, this doesn't bode well for TYLOO, I will say. And
it always is a bit of a mystery to me how historically TYLOO were able to beat Spirit on this map. Because you look at the guys on this team and you look at, the kind of, especially someone like Sopvic and stuff like that, they always, and Team Spirit used to play Overpass a hell of a lot. They used to be a pretty good Overpass team. So it was always a bit of a mystery how TYLOO were able to take those in the past. With how Team Spirit have looked right now, oh, hang on, there's some typing. So this isn't a real start. With how things have looked right now, Hugo, I feel like Team Spirit are pretty comfortable heading into this 3rd map.
Yeah, you do have to remember, though, that last time these guys played, there were 6 different players in the server. So, completely different rosters. I don't think any of that matters really anymore. You had Coldy, Sumdai Young, Davkos, Dima, Sopvic, and then somebody Bentet, Execute, DD, Captain Mo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So things have changed a lot since then.
But yeah, I mean, anyone's game at this point, do not count TYLOO out just because we're really painting a pretty bad picture for them, but it's certainly not too favourable. That being said, anything's possible, and we've seen, some incredible performances today from the likes of somebody. So let's hope we get to see a little bit more of that as we get into things. Team Spirit, CT side, kit double flash for Sophic, utility, and a P250 for Bentet, and a B play.
Yeah, TYLOO with the one flash, one smoke. Looking to try and keep this short and sweet with the B rush. Coldy opens up with 2, and already there's 3 players inside of this B bomb site for Team Spirit. They stacked it early on. Somebody is able to get 1, and actually, he's found himself a second along with Excurate, so blink of an eye. It's all onto eye disbalance, but a great shot allows him to get himself into this 1v1. Somehow he's pulled this back into a very doable situation. It's Bentet, and Bentet has been struggling a hell of a lot thus far. Doesn't have armor, just the P250. He can at least look to try and play that at range, and he'll land the shot. Drop side disbalance. So TYLOO able to stagger back to their feet there. What was a 3v1 post plant comes down to the 1v1, and Bentet narrowly able to lock it in.
And all the people we needed showing up on that pistol round, Harry. Excurate and Bentet with a kill apiece, and somebody with 3. That seems about normal, to be honest, for this team right now.
The frag fluid, the gamer gunk, it's just coursing through somebody's veins right now. He is fragging out, Hugo.
Got any more of those?
No.
No, we'll think of some more.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Yeah. Well, for pistols.
I know, like the tap tincture.
Nice, that's a good one, yeah.
I'm at my limit. I'm at my limit, Hugo.
Well, don't exhaust this meme. Pistols for Spirit and a full B stack, which is a good setup for them, considering TYLOO walking right in. But 5 rifles, 4 Galils, real trash buy, I've got to say. But the only issue with a buy like this is if TYLOO take it cleanly, they'll be bringing Galils up against the M4s next round, which not a favourable battle. But not the end of the world. Spirit have actually rotated off of B, and luckily enough, so have TYLOO.
The Galil's like a bit of an underappreciated weapon. I think it's pretty...
I like it.
Yeah,
no, I think personally like it.
It's much better than the FAMAS, I would say.
Well, okay, so I've always had that opinion until very recently, where I've started using the FAMAS and realizing that it's actually a pretty decent gun. But I don't know. I think I still lean towards Galil. Yeah, I think the Galil's better, especially for the price. I think that makes all the difference. 250... Yeah. For 250 less, the Galil is probably better, but against M4s, that's not really a great battle. No, that's not a favourable fight. It's just not too accurate, really.
No, yeah, I mean, I always thought the Galil is more akin to the M4 than it is the FAMAS.
Yeah, I can see what you mean there.
Ooh, hang on. This is actually becoming a very expensive round for TYLOO. They're throwing these Galils away. Sophic's stolen the one big boy weapon, and he's just running off with it.
Team Spirit have more AKs than TYLOO at this point. That's unreal.
How many? What's the Galil to AK conversion rate in your eyes?
What do you mean? How many Galils do you need to be a value of an AK?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, 1.5? Like
1.5, yeah?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, does it? Like,
nah,
who cares?
But just you wait, man. I'm sure that Galil exit is going to, I don't know. I was trying to make an economy joke of it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it?
Well, when we start trading in guns, maybe we'll bring that one back up again.
Spitfires, I hear, mate.
Yeah, apparently. Let's build some new ones.
Spitfire 2. You didn't think it could get any better.
Bigger, better Brexiter. 2-0 for TYLOO, though, and Spirit now have the big old guns, Harry. They've got the AWP on eye disbalance as well. 2 AKs for TYLOO, so they have overtaken Spirit in that sense. But full utility as well for the TYLOO side, whereas Spirit is slightly lacking on a couple of players here. Not a huge worry. It is that first buy. It's exactly what you can expect. Flash up, and the AWP forced off for eye disbalance. He can't commit to that duel. Sent back into the site. Spirit have 4 down on B right now.
And this is really a map that, you know, a competent AWPer can make all the difference on. And, you know, we've really seen that on either side of the board, right? This balance has been looking good. Excurate had some moments here and there, but on the AWP thus far, it's really been somebody who's, I mean, he's been the star with the rifles, with the AWPs, you know, with whatever you've kind of needed him to do. He's risen to the occasion. So look out for him and Excurate picking that up to try and go toe-to-toe versus the likes of iDisbalance over on the side of Team Spirit. Now this round here, they go for this mid-default. They take control of connector. TYLOO, they have a lot of real estate on the map and plenty of time left as well. They haven't had to expend all too much utility to get it. So they've been given a lot of room here by Team Spirit. Just a question of what are they going to do with it? They leave this B bomb site. They start to back away in spite of holding it early, and it looks like this could all culminate in the A play here for TYLOO. They leave Summer down at B, so this is either to sell the fake or they're going to rotate down through Con. The only reason that looks doubtful right now is the bomb is still on the back of Excurate, but you can see he's gravitating towards the connector, so this is still a possibility.
20 seconds left though. TYLOO have got to speed up as that Molotov fades up in the toilets. They will be pushing through. Time has continued to be an issue for TYLOO across the entirety of this best of 3. Let's hope it doesn't get them again. Through the molly they go. Somebody picked up first, and the trade is there for Attacker. Double entry is key. Even though he dies, he's made enough room on the site for the bomb plant to come through, and it will just with a couple of seconds left. Coldie tries to stop it, but he won't be able to. It's actually Sumdai Young with 2 frags. Make that a third, and he gets the retake single-handedly out of nowhere. I guess the entry kills for Attacker were great, but Spirit did not want to give up that site and did not want to play for retake. They wanted to fight to the last second of the round. And that, I guess, just meant Sumdai Young was close enough to shut that one down. 1 round for Spirit. And TYLOO, money on the edge, but what do you even do here? Got to buy him.
Yeah, they're going to try and cobble one together, and it's not going to be too bad. Yeah, they're going to have 3 AKs if they would like, maybe a Galil spread here and there. We know that they're not too afraid to bring one of them out. That round there, you know, it's kind of the reoccurring one for TYLOO. I don't know what's gone on. Usually they're a team that, you know, don't mind going for these rather aggressive stances. You know, normally running out of time. Not really a TYLOO-esque problem. But they've been having that quite a lot, you know, on these T sides. At least if you think back to Inferno. Okay, Mirage, different story,
yeah,
but that was very dominant, right? There's only so much we can draw from that game. And it feels like, you know, Team Spirit very comfortable now in playing their own game, right? You kind of noted they gave a lot of respect to the way of TYLOO towards the end of Mirage. And you think back to Inferno, very much not the case. And it feels like that's a similar story here on Overpass. Obviously, it's only early days, so only time will tell if that keeps up. It's going to be the default early on with a man down towards B. Player down in connector in the form of Attacker. 3 players for TYLOO working mid. No peek this time from IDIS Balance as he plays passively back in that A-bomb site.
TYLOO slowly crawling up towards his A site though. Plenty of time this time at least. And there are 2 players here, one with the AWP. Keep your eyes on that because Excurate, he is not armed for that fight. Only an AK. Attacker trying to get info down on B here, but they are also jump spotting on the Team Spirit side of things, so may even enact a bit of a boost here. No, they move away from it, but still getting info down on this B site. And I like the way the Spirit are playing for info here. They're just jump spotting on both sides of the map. Gives them a little bit of a heads up once they spot this bomb as to rotations. And they have got this boost on B as well. They should somewhat know that TYLOO are going for this A site play. Smokes and flashes rain in, and this will give it away.
Oh, but they've dealt with the AWP inside of the bomb site. Attacker up close with this UMP holding the smoke, and they're going to try and go through it. Now, he's good for 1. Chopper still alive, still kicking over a truck, and it's a slaughter. Team Spirit, they find all the bodies inside of the bomb site. Some are left now in a 1v3 as the rest of his teammates have fallen around him. And they know they just have to look on and hope that Summer here can try and finish what they all started. Has to get this bomb down. Time has just ticked far too low. Sophic gonna miss that. But there's no way for Summer to find anything else. There has to exit through that smoke, and it's a pretty dire situation to be in if you are him.
Yeah, maybe a bit too much money given to TYLOO there with that bomb plant, but still going to have to be an eco here. This is where Spirit will take the lead with their 3rd round. You would only assume. It's not like TYLOO are really getting enough damage to justify force buying with 3k. They've got loss bonus.
I tell you what, you know, with IDIS Balance, Sumdai Young, and you know, Coldie, this 3-man frag trio of Team Spirit really is a threat that, yeah, I think a few of the teams maybe have underestimated a bit, right? Team Spirit looking like they could take a map off of, yeah, well, I was going to say some of the better teams here, but
the thing is as well, you have to remember, Spirit lost 2-0 to Ents, but what was that, 16-11, 16-13? They got damn close to beating the games. I didn't see them, so I'm not sure how it actually felt in the matchup, but like in terms of scoreline, they were close. So yeah, without a doubt, this team is looking like a force to be reckoned with right now, and they're proving that in map 3 and have throughout this series. TYLOO rushing through smoke. Young, great position for it, but he's fully flashed. Can only get one done. Coldy and Chopper will have to pick up the pieces, and pick up they shall. 2 kills. Has just been Tet's left alive at the back of the site. Not much to do, but actually does get one. Chopper whiffs some shots there, and the P250 comes up clutch, but he still hasn't found himself a weapon to play with. Luckily, he has all the time in the world to rotate.
Yeah, he has got a very long time, and Buntet, he is traveling the world right now as he's rotating all the way back through T-Spawn. Now, Team Spirit, they're going to have time to decide how they want to play this, right? They're going to also have time to maybe clear this B-bomb site. You can see Sotvik's been left there. Disbalance. Looks like he's playing up and towards heaven, so I think both these players are Team Spirit inside of this B-bomb site right now. Just going to be playing retake. No, Disbalance is here on A. So they've got him primed and ready. And this is the only thing. Buntet, he might have disappeared. He might have pulled a bit of a magic trick, but they're very much posted up. And now that he's been spotted, they know that he's here. He's not able to win that fight. Had he dealt with Disbalance, there's a good chance he wins that round, right? He has the AWP in the 1v1. He can set up a post plant for toilets or something along those lines, but sadly, it's not meant to be. I
like the play, and the reason it was unfortunate for Buntet is that Molotov denied him from getting a gun off the site, right? So his 2 options are, go grab a gun, wait for the molly and grab a gun and try and 1v2 on B, or just fast rotate and hope the Spirit don't, assume that you're going back up towards A. But of course they would, with him being off the radar for so long. Not really a lot of options there for Buntet. If he takes a fight on B, he's probably dead. So that was his best bet. 3-2. It was only an eco nonetheless, and they brought it down to 2 CTs, so still good damage for TYLOO, and they can capitalize on that. Break the money here as Spirit with 1 rifle round. Let's see if that is the case. Slow default for TYLOO. No AWP still. Execute. I mean, he's not even got head armor, so money has not been the best of states for TYLOO so far this map. Coldy pushed up on short as well. He's got a lot of information off the back of that. They are close in connector, so he has to be very cautious. And the door gets opened. He's got a teammate to support in the corner. Young trying to take their attention away to allow Coldy to really unleash his full potential.
Yeah, and this is kind of the perfect little bait and switch for Team Spirit. The only means in which they're a little bit anxious is about that potential push in through Monster.
Oh, wow.
Somebody,
of course he wins that,
is able to open up, and Coldy maybe gets a bit overzealous there, tries to push up into connector on the back of Young, having to fall back into that B-bomb site just to keep an eye on the potential Monster play. In response to losing Sotvik, Coldy, maybe anticipating that TYLOO are just back to that standard A play, tried to flank up and get some information. He falls. Disbalance already on this wrap round, and he's made the call that it's going to be B. So these rotations are here, and we're into this 3-on-3. It's another situation where Team Spirit are down massively in terms of manpower, but they've clawed it back into a very doable situation here.
And TYLOO time it well with 15 seconds on that plant, just in time. Disbalance has come back in through the heaven, and TYLOO, oh, no, that's a big fail. Molotov misses. Young's pushed past the player in the pit as well, so even though he gets the drop on somewhere, he can't get the frag. Execute, not been checked. He finds a kill, trades there with the AWP, but Disbalance has got to run for the hills. He's on 21 points of health. And TYLOO, they are going to be able to convert that rifle round. Buntet is already chasing for this AWP. I love that. Knowing that this round is over, he's going to try and look to shut down Disbalance and take this gun away from him, but going towards long, and Disbalance might even hear these footsteps as well, so should be able to avoid him. Nice call from Buntet. I thought Disbalance was going to go long as well, but guess not. Either way, it's a 3rd round for TYLOO. And Spirit, as said, though, that eco from TYLOO in the previous round that got them 3 kills has actually broken the money now of Spirit, meaning probably have to eco, unless they want to force buy around this AWP.
One thing I'm already liking, at least for the viewing perspective of this, is it's already feeling like a closer affair.
Yeah.
It's the TYLOO that we wanted to see back on Inferno showing up here. Able to find their first rifle round there. And yeah, it gets a bit dicey, but once they get that bomb down and they're sat in the post plant, they look very comfortable indeed. They're able to get those crossfires set up and play off of one another.
I understand this forced buy from Team Spirit. They're on 1,400 loss, 1,900 after this round, so Chopper and Someday Young couldn't even buy up in the follow-up round. Not properly, at least. So you may as well just force around that orb, try and get something done, try and catch out TYLOO, who might not expect it. But yeah, there are definitely going to be big limitations when it comes to this buy. Only one M4 and really no utility either. On a map like Overpass, that can be quite detrimental, especially with somebody getting entries like that. Double kill, they try and retrieve the orb, he disallows that. Chopper, he's already run for the hills with that M4.
And I mean, now for TYLOO, this becomes a round where they can just apply the brakes, right? They can slow things down. They know that Team Spirit are the ones under pressure, that they're going to be trying to force the envelope here and there. Boosting SDY up. Someday Young trying to peek in at 2 connector, and he will decapitate attacker.
Issue is you get the information now that there are 2 players down on B from that boost, so TYLOO can just fast play long with the bomb, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they know that there's max 1 person here, so they're still being a bit cautious in how they approach it, but the penny should drop any second that all 3 players reside down in this B bomb site. Somebody going to hear some of these rotations on up as well. And Chopper barrels in, but somebody with his 3rd of the round looking for the ace, and he's wrapped around behind both of these players. He might get it, but no. They're able to deny it. He's done so much damage in this round regardless. I want to say he did what? Like a good 470... I don't know, maths is hard. 470 watts, 8 damage? Because I think he fully killed everyone that he was able to pick up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 78. Well done. That was right. Just did the maths.
But Coldy able to hold on to the AK. Something to take with them. Somebody's been so good throughout this entire series. That was the big question, right? Was can he keep this up?
He certainly has, Harry. He's sitting, after the first 2 maps, 46 and 28. Top of the entire server, of course. 1.54 rating and 103 ADR over the first 2 maps, plus 18.
And when you consider the beating that they received on Inferno, the fact that he's still looking so good, you know, stats-wise, really does speak volumes. Somebody has been showing up, but it's just been the rest of the guys that have kind of struggled at forming that consistency around him. This round, a chance for TYLOO to continue building on this lead. Now, they are over on this T side, so the fact that they should be picking this 5th round up, unless something goes very, very wrong, means that they've already fielded what would be a decent enough T side. And we're only 8 rounds into this game.
Yeah, definitely a competitive game on our hands here, Harry. As we wanted for the 3rd and final map of this series. Very close to the boost is Summer, but the thing is, over the top, Coldy won't be able to spot him, even if his teammate jumps. Oh, this could be an issue, though. They're going to push up on short, and they assume that short is clear. Summer, oh, here's the jump, and I think that somewhat distracts him from that double peek down on short as well. But 4 players have now been spotted down on this B site. They find the 1A guy who does get a frag, but TYLOO are already all over this site. And again, Team Spirit wait for no one. They don't want to play retake. They want to shut this down before TYLOO even have a chance. And Coldy, he may just be able to do that. 2 kills here, and the flank is in play. Team Spirit collapse upon TYLOO. Harry, that was 4 USPs and a saved AK.
Yeah, I mean, coming into it, you know, I almost wrote that round off as an entirety. I was even saying how it should be a 5-3 scoreline for TYLOO, yet Team Spirit, they're able to surprise and shock us by picking that one up. And I think Coldy from that boost, he must have got like a radar, because they both suddenly, the second he jumped, they both peeked that corner like as though they knew that he was 100%. There. So he must have got like a radar blip or something for the split second he might have been able to spot the player down at short. I mean, we can only speculate, right? But fantastic round from Team Spirit, one that they had no business winning. And I am kind of loving how they're not giving any respect away at TYLOO. You know, so many teams would let them get the bomb down there, then try and play for the retake. You take a couple of you take a few peeks in. If you don't find anything, it was only a USP round anyway, right? So you're not too devastated. But they just send Coldy straight into that bomb site, and he's able to lock it down.
Someone who did just look devastated on the camera there was Excurate, head in his hands, Harry. Another note, he's de-coated. That's when you know it's getting hard. It's getting tough, Harry. He's taking off his coat.
That is the reoccurring meme, right? If the coat is on, Excurate's feeling good because he knows he's in and out of that room in a matter of minutes. But the coat is off. He's expecting this to be a long haul, Hugo.
And it may very well be exactly that, Harry. TYLOO losing a round they never should. And it's put them on pistols. Their money's been broken. So CZs and a P250 is the name of the game here for TYLOO. Team Spirit not giving away any early picks, playing passive towards the bomb sites once again. That's what I do like. They're not getting over-aggressive. It seems very calculated and team-orientated as well. When they push, they always have a game plan. They always have 2-3 players getting aggressive as a unit, right? This time it's Idis Balance holding an aggressive angle. He falls back, gets another pick, goes to the site, flashes over the top here for TYLOO as they try and take control of A, but easier said than done up against the stack of Spirit. 3 men here. Sophic gets himself another. Execute, the only man to find damage from TYLOO, and Spirit will take another clean round.
And I mean, we mentioned how a competent AWPer can make Overpass feel like a bit of a heaven. Well, Idis Balance, he's got plenty of cash. And that's kind of a worrying thing, right? He's been so key in so many of these rounds at finding these openers, creating some space with that AWP. So they're going to have enough to buy that looking to the future on the back of keeping these last couples so clean and with winning that USP round.
Ooh, failed molly.
Mid-peek from Sophic, and yeah, even though the Molotov doesn't land, he still just runs on through. He's got so many players here, and I like this from Team Spirit. They decide, okay, let's just try and push out through mid. They send 3 players into this avenue of the map, and they've got so much information. TYLOO think they're being sneaky in this, but Team Spirit have such a clear idea as to where TYLOO are, at least right now.
Oh, no. But this rotate, Bentez just found a man on the flanks, and now they don't want to walk into B expecting Spirit to stack that site. If anything, they couldn't be more wrong. Spirit have got no one down on B, just Sumdai Young. So Spirit falling back from their passive A play right as TYLOO start to aggress. TYLOO did it by accident, but they have completely countered everything Spirit wanted in this round. 3 on 2. Sumdai Young still here down in B water, but he can't open that door. He's got to wait for them to come to him, and that they shall.
Yeah.
He hides in this corner.
They've got no clue he's here, right? He's going to find both players, and that's the bomb dropped. So it becomes a very sloppy, messy round. No one really knows where anyone is. You know, once that flank gets shut down, it's a bit of a mystery if you're TYLOO as to where the Team Spirit players are. Summer does manage that kill, but Coldy, just in the nick of time, peeking out through the doors, finds him trying to cross into that B bomb site, and Team Spirit onto a 6.
So to break down that round, for those unaware, the way that worked is Spirit got aggressive on A. They spotted no one from TYLOO, so they assumed TYLOO were hitting a fast B. TYLOO catch one man flanking A, so they assume that Spirit is stacked on B. Spirit, at that exact point that TYLOO get that information, Spirit back off of their aggressive A position to safely rotate to B from CT. At the same time, TYLOO do the exact same thing. They leave B, they go through spawn, they go back to A, and they catch Team Spirit falling back out of position. It's just a game of luck and timing, but TYLOO come out on top. Unfortunately, they don't win the round.
No, right, and that's sort of the issue with it. If you're TYLOO, the normal rules of Counter-Strike, the normal logic you would apply as to where players are, it's kind of out of the window in a round like that, right? You've got no clue as to how Team Spirit have reacted to that information. A lot of them, you know, getting caught mid-rotation, for example. So it all but falls apart. And now it is just pistols for TYLOO. Try and hit this A bomb site once again, but it has not really been their friend. Idis Balance here with the AWP. And it's just a shooting gallery for him, so they decide to back away. They don't want to keep feeding the beast inside of that A-bomb site, and now they look to hightail it down to B. Coldy's heard all of this, though.
Yeah, they should be able to get a plant here at most, right? But, oh my god, Coldy is not going to let them cross. What on earth is that? Great spray control with the A1S. Those extra 5 bullets making all the difference. But yeah,
we're really seeing a lot more of the A1S since the buff, and I really like that. Right, I feel like I'd say it's definitely become maybe well, I think there's a chance it could even maybe become more prevalent than the M4 because you have the ability to pick the AUG up as well, right? If you want something with a bit more ammo, if you want the mid range, so you know, I'm curious to see exactly. You know, it's still early days, somewhat since that change. We haven't really seen it have like a sweeping impact, but if you look over at this CT side, Team Spirit certainly love the A1S.
TYLOO now have guns back, Harry. I feel like we've seen all too many pistols for TYLOO in this map, but they've still got 4 rounds. It's decent. See if they can get any more with these AWP. Buntet already picking up the first pick. He does get traded, but Sophics hung out to dry alone, aggressive. Coldie does get a kill from long and fall back towards the site as well. So 3-on-3. Good situation for TYLOO here. The issue is Attacker might just get pounced up from behind. Chopper, great timing on that peek down connector right as Attacker turns his back. In the meantime, Summer's crept onto B, but Team Spirit are fine with this. They continually give up this B site and play for retake. And well, I was about to say it's a good idea, but not if you lose that fight. Summer, great shot to Sumdai Young. It's opened it up for TYLOO. A bomb plant has come in, and Spirit are a long way away for this rotate. Are they even going to go for it? Because Chopper's running back towards A. Are they just doubling up CT here? This is going to take a while. Yeah, I think Chopper's realized this. This is a way too long of a rotation. So he goes back down connector, but you just wasted 10 seconds.
Yeah, now they're pretty hard-pressed for time. Excurate is in danger of getting caught out here. Now, Coldie makes noise, but even though Excurate's a rare of the possibility, he still gets shut down. Summer, this is not an ideal situation to be in. The smoke goes down on the bottom, so even though it's planted for him, they can just afford to stick it. It's going to come down to the wire, but Coldie's got it, and it's an 8th round for Team Spirit. It gets a bit dicey with that, you know, almost rotation from Chopper, but Coldie does enough.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there for TYLOO. Not expecting the CT rotate for some reason. Excurate had his back turned to heaven. Even after the Molotov went down, it took him 2-3 seconds to realize that there was a player behind him. I guess someone must have called it. But yeah, loses him the fight, and TYLOO forfeit the round. It's another one for Spirit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm extrapolating a lot here on my behalf, but you kind of see Excurate, you can kind of tell by his body language, right? We've seen him on the camera a few times. Look, even now, head in his hands.
He's not feeling good, no.
As they're heading into this round, you know, usually he is someone who is very consistent within this squad, and he's one of the 2 men who does a lot of the calling alongside Buntet. So really not ideal when you have someone who's normally so key, so instrumental to the squad, really not feeling it. And I think that shows, right, in a few of these situations. That one there being a prime example of that.
Without a doubt. And, you know, Spirit just looking cool, calm, and collected here, Harry, despite them getting beat down on that first map. And, well, those odds have not changed, by the way, throughout the best of 3. Those have been the same. So, you know, I don't know if they still are, because Spirit right now favored in this 3rd map. This balance on the AWP. None for Excurate. Again, TYLOO losing that post-plant. So, their money has really been just tipping back and forth, and even when it peaks, it doesn't peak too well. So 8-4 and a crawl-up connector for TYLOO, setting up outside of this A site. They've got Summer holding passive down towards the B barrels. TYLOO trying to get out of the connector here. They don't want to run into this AWP that has been such a nuisance whenever they try and take control towards toilets. Disbalance has been here, getting 2-3 kills around. TYLOO have not had much success up on this A bomb site. Disbalance, exactly the man we wanted, pushing back up towards the toilets. He just misses the timing to that long cross, but as the smoke fades, it may allow him to look left and catch Attacker in the connector. All depends on the timing, because TYLOO's still looking towards this A site. Oh.
Disbalance does just miss that initial timing. 2 players about to peek into him here. They almost line up. Going to keep on fighting, kind of has to, and there's a player close. He's able to dodge it into the Molotov, but he's dancing around the fire of flames, but Disbalance, as things are heating up, he rises to the occasion. And this man, looking like some sort of satanic creature on the other side of that fire, shuts down 3. Now Buntet and Summer left standing. Well, they might have dealt with a demonic apparition that was Disbalance, but in the blink of an eye, it's Buntet left in the 1v3. Oh! He's managed 2, though, and now there's a chance. 9 seconds. He has to get the bomb down, but he's fluffed the jump, and now he has to stick it just in the nick of time. He's going to get it down. Sumdai Young flanking through the toilets, and Buntet, it looks like he has the read on this one. 3 kills to his name right now. He's been quiet. Has to try and cement it with the 4th, and Sumdai Young to take his head off, so he's able to recover that round. And 9th for Team Spirit. Yeah, fantastic effort from Buntet, but I mean, after what Disbalance did, you do hope that Team Spirit are able to close that round out.
Incredible spray transfer there from him. Yeah, very, very nice try, but Oh, Spirit just going to get it by the skin of their teeth. And you could see Bentet, he was terrified of sticking that bomb plant there, but it was his only choice. You never want to, you know, if you have no idea where the last player is, you never want to take the gamble in that situation to just fake plant, because he had no idea whether Some Young would just rush through that smoke or come late from toilets. And he made the right call, but unfortunately he just gets headshot.
Man, the balls on iDisbalance to go for that peak on 9 HP, the third one, right?
Well, actually, his teammate's Molotov almost screws him over there. His teammate Molly's toilets to try and help him from getting flanked, but he's not getting flanked from toilets. He could have used that as a retreat spot, but instead almost burns to death. So great work from him to actually get 3 done there.
Tyler, I mean, they get so close in that round. Now into this and number 14. Another fall buy available for TYLOO here. AKs across the board. Some Young boosted up. Flash going to rain out from the connector, and he just misses the timing as he throws his own smoke down. So he's forced off of the boost. TYLOO able to clear that avenue at least for now and get control of connector. They're going to try and assemble it again now. They've done it silently, so you might not anticipate that they've stuck another man back in this position. Attacker certainly didn't. They dismantled the boost though, and now TYLOO, 3 players over in mid. Still with 2 down here at B in control of connector. Likely going to be the B play, you would imagine, perhaps with an A side fake.
I love that monster smoke. I've never seen that before. Bomb though, going back down towards B to join the cavalry. It's just somebody trying to sell the fake up on A. He's kept 3 players here. He's done a great job of doing that, but now they're going to know what's going on. They kill the one lurk. The entries to B are not coming through. Spirit are mopping up every single kill. It's just been Tet. Bomb under the control of Spirit. 18 seconds on the clock. This round is done for TYLOO, and 10 so far of the half for Spirit. There's still 1 more left up as well. This has been a fantastic map for the CIS squad.
I mean, the matters only go from bad to worse for TYLOO here because they can't even field a buy into this last round, which is a pretty horrible situation to be in when you consider the fact that they've lost so many in a row at this point in time. That was their 7th consecutive round loss, so max loss bonus and still not enough to buy. They've got 2 AKs. That's courtesy of Attacker taking no head armor into this round. He's going to be at the full mercy of this 1M4 now. His AKs for the most part over on the side of Team Spirit, so that shouldn't play into this round all too much. They're going to try and hit this A bomb site once again, but iDisbalance, he's been such a pest at these toilets. They just haven't been able to deal with him.
Sophics going to have the info ahead of time. The 2 are hitting long as well, so Team Spirit, they'll pre-rotate Chopper back over to this A site. Very, very ready for the execute that TYLOO are trying to unfold. iDisbalance taking the fight on the back of long. He's got to be careful. This timing could get the better of him.
Ooh, he saw the feet.
Yes.
You can see the feet.
Oh, he knows.
He saw him just for a second. And Bentet's little feet and gloves might have betrayed him. iDisbalance going to go back in with the peak, but already up through short. Excurate's there, and that's the AWP drop now. The push continuing to come through. Chopper goes down. It's Sophic alone inside of the bomb site. He does get tagged up. They hear it, but a flash is perfect. Allows him to get 2. Some Young's in with another. And Team Spirit, surely they cannot claw their way back into this round. They keep on managing to do this, and Coldy on the wrap round pulls it into the 1v1. It's Summer with just 5 points of health. And he's able to land that flick. Ooh, TYLOO, a 5th round on the back of Summer with 5 HP. A 5-10 half, as standard as they come almost in terms of, what you would say is, a decent T-side half.
And 3 kills from Extra in that last round as well. Hopefully starting to warm up into the second half as we jump into it now. No longer head in his hands, Harry, and that's a good sign. As TYLOO, they're not out of this one just yet. It's 10-5, not the most fantastic T-side half, but TYLOO, we know they're a CT-sided team anyway, so Hopefully they can at least close the gap here and make this a competitive one. That being said, Spirit are just looking so good as a unit, right, as a team. Very good rotations, really nice calls, good setups on that CT side as well. So let's find out if that can continue when we move over. Pistol round first and foremost. Plenty of utility for Spirit. Execute's not buying. I imagine that's a save for the AWP, and I like that idea, to be honest. At 10-5, yeah, do it. Why not?
Yeah, it's not something you'll see every day,
no.
Or really ever. So let's see how that pans out for him. 3 players for Team Spirit over at long. Now, are they going to do the matchmaking favorite, which is, you know, you go up through long, you dip down through toilets, you go through connector, and then you hit that B bomb site? Ooh, it's their own little variation.
Yeah.
They go long, they go con, up through con into mid, and it's back to where they began. The issue is somebody is all the way in connector. He wrapped through B, and he gets the info that no one's there. They've already lost some of those, so they might have 3 players. Not again! Excurate! No! Come on! Hey!
Yay!
He gets them both. He's looking for even more, but Chopper shuts him down. And then now it's Coldy. 1v2. Bomb dropped out in the open, and Attacker finishes him off. TYLOO. They get the pistol round, and Excurate, okay, whiffs the first couple, but a much-needed confidence boost as he's able to get both players at long.
Harry, it's not about the start, it's about the recovery. That's what matters. He gets 2. 6 rounds of TYLOO here. Team Spirit. Oh, now they've got a real game on their hands, I do think. I wouldn't count this as being out the woods just yet for Spirit. I love the double synchronized jump from Spirit as well. That's very funny. But yeah, that's huge from Excurate as well. He doesn't buy armor, right? So, oh, okay. He's not saving for the AWP. I would have assumed he'd run a pistol here and get that orb next round, but instead he has the AUG nice and early on. Doesn't make a difference, really. It's fine. But Spirit, fast play on long. This is where Excurate can start to mow them down. Already some low players. Oof. Missed shots, might just want to give up long considering how close they already are. He's going to find himself on the corner. Hung out to dry here. He needs some teammates for help, but there's no one here. Bentet's fighting up on short in the meantime, and there were 5 players up on long. He's going to need to try and secure that gun, grab it off the body if he's allowed, and yes, he is. So reload in. Attack has now joined him on the site, and Team Spirit have slowed this one down and backed off.
There shouldn't be too many more opportunities with Team Spirit to find damage in this round, but they've been surprising us with their ability to do it. So, oh, they're tagging up so many players. They've got Attacker and Buntet down so low. Somebody on this wrap round looking to try and save the day, and he might do exactly that. He's dropped the bomb.
Somebody almost naded his teammate there. That was scary close. Thought they were on the site for some reason. Not too sure about that. He's not going to expect Cody's position, but luckily enough, low HP means he was not a problem. Yeah, that was a very confusing few seconds. So clean up for TYLOO. They save the AUG, they get all the guns, they get the rifles, that's good. And 7 rounds here as Team Spirit come back in with the buy. First to the T side. Let's see what they got up their sleeve, Harry, because of course a map that they are well prepared on, that they are going to know on the back of their hand, so I don't get that saying. I don't know what the back of my hand looks like. I mean, I do, obviously.
I was going to say, like,
you know, not that
what
well.
do you think's there? How have you not looked?
If you gave me a lineup of 10 hands and one of them was mine, I can't guarantee I could.
Really? I feel like I could pick my own hand from a crowd.
Yeah, actually, maybe you're right. I don't know. I've never been dealt with that task. I've never had to, I've never lost a hand.
Well, yeah, the first time for everything.
Is that a threat?
It might be.
Okay.
I can't confirm or deny it for legal reasons.
I'm going to make a lot of use of my pockets from now on.
Well, neither team really with deep pockets in this game. Both of them teetering on the edge of a reset here. So whoever wins this round, it almost becomes a 2-for-1. Yeah, I mean, it's better than 1, 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not in everything. Sometimes less is more, Harry.
That is true. That is true, Hugo. Oh, Coldy. Brought down very low. I'm not even sure where that's from. He's, yeah, gets spammed in through the plywood. My goodness. So he's got to leave that portion of the map. Re-smoke down here at short. This is great utility usage from TYLOO. They didn't overspend early on by throwing too much of that out, so they're just allowed to work this clock down. And Chopper, he thinks he's cleared close to the smoke. Excurate's just gone through it. He could catch a perfect timing here, and Excurate only good for one. Idis Balance able to get that trade and get away with his own life. The push coming in, 20 seconds, and there's 2 players inside of the bomb site. Bentet here, he gets dropped, and actually, no, these rotations are a little way away.
I think a smoke hit Bentet there, which made a noise, and that's why Chopper checked the corner so confidently. It definitely made an impact noise, so I think Spirit heard that, and that's an unfortunate way to give up your position. Some are now alone, and Spirit with a very clean execute towards that A site, and they might just be able to finish off the job as well. Sophic there with one more. That's 11 rounds to 7 now on this T side. Spirit getting closer and closer to closing out the map, and Harry with TYLOO, as you said, on the edge of reset, as both teams were. Well, there it is, no money left. This is a very horrible situation to be in, because you're running off of 1900 loss bonus in the next round, and so you can't even buy next round. A forced buy would even be justified here, but you know, it's not a great situation regardless.
Yeah, I do hope that what we don't see from TYLOO is what we sometimes see, which is, you know, where they decide to do a bit of a buy in the next round. I always prefer the force buy happening here versus in the next, because then you at least have a chance to do some economic damage. Although, with how clean that last round was for Team Spirit, you know, even if they're able to find 2 or 3, it's not really worth much. So all 5 TYLOO players in Connector. Sumdai Young, he can smell the money to be made on the other side of this door. Ooh. You know, there's $3,000 in that room. Kind of a weird concept, isn't it? That the people in this game are filled with cash or something.
Yeah, it's not even dropped because no one goes to pick it up. I don't know how that works. It's like contract killing.
Yeah, that must be it.
But like every round. And why would you pay someone more money to kill someone with a certain gun? I guess like if you have...
If you kill my target...
Make it slow.
If you kill my target with a pencil, I'm really willing to fork out some cash there.
I guess the knife makes more money, right? That makes sense. Yeah.
Well, Team Spirit are looking to try and... I don't know, I was trying to link it in some way and I couldn't think of one fast enough.
So this is awkward for TYLOO still with the money. They're going to call a pause. Good decision. You may as well get a couple of deagles here. Get something. I mean, you've got the money. You're going to have too much money next round on some of these players, so why not? But yeah, nothing too heavy. They should definitely give 13 away to Spirit and then go for the buy, but it doesn't leave you much breathing room, Harry. It's kind of, you know, the best of a bad situation. Just checking himself in the mirror.
I want a little ponder. Real hard think on this one. I feel like we're getting really intimate. Yeah, why are we just focusing over here? Sumdai Young. He styled his hair. They've stroked their beards. They're ready. Team Spirit, 12-7 up. 5 rounds their advantage. No money left for TYLOO, so yeah, they do just have to kind of cobble few pistols around here and there. Obviously, it was the USPs in the last. Having a double eco at this scoreline just feels so horrible if you're TYLOO. You know, knowing that the odds are Team Spirit find this 13th round, they're going to keep building up money. Now, they're trying to assemble this 3-man boost down here at B. Bit of a double-edged sword, though. And actually, as they hear that drop down, Coldy should have heard it. So he knows now that there's at least 2 people down in B. Maybe 3, you know, he doesn't know which one of the 2 boosts it was.
If anything, that could be a bit of a problem if he's calling numbers down on B, because TYLOO have doubled back and rotated all over this A site. Exactly where Spirit are headed. Somebody playing the corner, great nade, but oh dear, Chopper's fully blinded by his own teammate's flash. That flash through the window, the flash was outside, Harry. It went and work to the window. That's so unlucky. That's just not even, you can't account for that. So very unlucky for Chopper. Gets picked up. The gun has not been retrieved by somebody. He doesn't want to push forward, but he will stick in the same position. I'm sure they'll check this.
Yeah, they're not going to let him get away with anything cheesy like that. They spot out somebody, they dispatch of him. Wraparound coming in from Buntet. It has to arrive pretty quickly if it's going to want to make a difference. And with cold, everyone's dead. So Team Spirit 13-7. Every time TYLOO looked like they could get something done, every time a little edge goes their way, there's just this immediate response from Team Spirit. I mean, look at how much those odds have changed in comparison when we last saw them. I mean,
fair enough, to be honest. This is looking pretty damn dominant for Spirit, but this is where TYLOO can change things. I think it's the first AWP we've had for Excurate on the CT side here, because if we remember back, he saved for it earlier on. Whether that was purpose or not, I don't know. But he got the AUG instead of saving for the AWP. So, yeah, first AWP we've seen from him. Maybe that can be the turning point for TYLOO. Got to deal with iDisbalance, though, first to get there. And they are going to be facing off as well. iDisbalance working its way through the fountain. Excurate holding for the peak on Party. It's the boost over, rather. iDisbalance is not going to be able to catch him. As I say that, the reposition from Excurate almost walks into the shot. And he actually might have the element of surprise. There it is. AWP dropped. And Excurate's starting to feel it. He's taking the man advantage for TYLOO.
Yeah, in response to that, he'll just back out of the bathrooms. Chopper on the other side dodges that initial flash, but just has to wait on the other side of that smoke. Actually tries to go through it, and maybe that's a bit overzealous. Buntet on the other side, able to dispatch of him pretty easily. So 3v5 now for Team Spirit. TYLOO kind of staggering to their feet. It took them a while, but it feels like they're finding their footing just a little bit. But as they do, Young swings on into this B bomb site with 2 kills. And suddenly it's back into this 3-on-3. A chance for Team Spirit to find a round. Somebody trying desperately to deny this bomb plant, but he can't. And Sopvik's going to go ahead and throw that down now. It's planted for short, a very open bomb plant there.
Yeah, and the AWP is not going to be the weapon that TYLOO want for the retake either. No kits, barely any utility. That Molotov and Buntet could corner Sopvik if they know where he is, but no information. Waiting for contact, and it's been made, but not in the way TYLOO would like. Both kills coming through for Team Spirit. And that round is off the back of Young. That's a 3-on-5, Harry, where the young FPL star runs into B and just taps 2 TYLOO players. What do you even do about that?
And that's constantly the case, right? Even when TYLOO were able to take these, you know, they're able to get into these 5v4s, 5v3s, there's always just someone, some pesky person on Team Spirit to show up and shut down everybody. Coldie, Young having phenomenal performances between them. And this is just a no-respect, fast B play from Team Spirit. Complete change of pace. Attacker's going to try and peek. Spots the AWP on iDisbalance. And you can already see some of these rotations cheating on round now. Excurate the only man up on A. So 3 players inside of this B bomb site. It is stacked in favor of TYLOO somewhat. Coldie able to get 1 and the second. Only Buntet remains. His time on this earth is very limited indeed. 15-7, map and series point for Team Spirit. They are looking impeccable right now. Yeah,
it's great to see Coldie having such a great game as well. This guy has got so much experience in not only this roster, but just in the region alone. And yeah, I'm a big fan of his performance right now. 24 kills, topping the charts.
I'm really happy that finally, you know, he has other people around him to be stepping up, because he's always been a bit of like an anomaly. He's always been a good player within the teams he's been in, but always kind of struggled to find that much success.
Or yeah, just not being a breakout team, right? Like Spirit have had, you know, good and bad rosters throughout these past few years, but finally this is looking like a finisher. Fast B play for Spirit, and Chopper's already into the site. Quick entry, the flash is finding everyone, but including the TYLOO players. Everyone going down here in the defense, and it's only somebody in Excurate left up. Somebody caught in the smoke, they find him. Just the AWP left up, and Excurate, you might want to have to put your coat back on, because TYLOO are not picking up this map, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking like the 16-7, and that will be it. Spirit 2-1, not only in the map series, but also in the Swiss series. They are going forward with only 1 win left to get them out of this group stage. What a fantastic tournament they're having.
Yeah, just phenomenal. A great showing from the 2 new guys, or the 2 fresher faces within this squad, right? Young and iDisbalance showing up in spades throughout the series. Coldie having a great performance as well. You know, Mirage might have got a bit stale towards the end. They might have fallen off there. Inferno, they took charge, you know, throughout, and that translated across into Overpass. For TYLOO, it kind of felt a bit like, you know, they just felt so crushed after that very weak Inferno performance, right? And you think about how they looked so impeccably good on Mirage. It almost felt like we watched an entirely different team for those last 2 maps.
I think that goes both ways. So definitely looked like TYLOO fell off in a way, you know, that we're not used to seeing. But in the same way, how we saw Spirit play on that first map was nothing like how we saw them play on the next 2, right? They definitely...
Well, it was for like the first 8 rounds.
Yeah, right? And then something changed, and they just played this really weird off-brand style of Counter-Strike for the second half of Mirage, and then flipped back into the Spirit we know and love for those last 2. So fantastic work for Spirit. They're going through 2-1. One more win for them, one more best of 3, and they have 2 opportunities to do it as well, to get them all the way through out of this Swiss stage. And TYLOO, of course, not eliminated. They go down on 1 and 2, so still a chance for them to bounce back, but they are facing elimination in their next matchup. However, that is us done, Harry. We're going to be moving over to Connor and Launders here on the B stream to cover the rest of the games for you guys, so do tune in just after the break for them.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
Case. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.